Welcome back to Real Day. Well, on Real Day, we have field days. And on Real Week, we let the real speak. And today, we got a fun one for you. Today is on the grown up gamer debate. Personally, I can tell you my gaming origin, it started with 3 games. It was Street Fighters. Shout out to my mom, because my mom introduced me to gaming.
Mama, I love you.
It was duck hunting and Mario. I think everybody played Mario, right? So those were the top 3 games that I played as a kid until Mortal Kombat came. With the Street Fighters, that was the first competitive game. With duck hunting, it was just trying to be the highest score, of course, but you shooting a duck. You know what I'm saying? So that one was pretty cool. As I'm older, gaming has grown. So when they talk about the grown-up gamer debate and they say that, oh, you're getting too old for games, a lot of these games are geared toward adults. And you could tell me if you agree to that or not. I think a lot of these games are geared toward adults. A lot of parents let their kids play it. A perfect example could be GTA. That's for the mature. But you see a whole bunch of underage kids hopping on GTA. I believe gaming has evolved to the point where adults should not have a problem feeling immature playing these games. A lot of these games are like movies. You're just controlling the character. Like rated R movies I'm talking about. No! I think that even with gaming or anything that you're doing when it comes to this grown-up gamer debate, things should be done in moderation. So you should not be an adult that's just sitting playing games and not accomplishing anything for hours and days on end.
You're lazy.
But I'll tell you a game that had me in the chokehold. It was Destiny 1.
Ooh,
Destiny, yes. Destiny 1. You doing them raids? You sitting there for hours. That's a full-time job on the weekend. Trying to do them raids. Times like that, when you have that free time, then of course you could get into that. But as far as the grown-up gamer debate, I think that when people try to use that debate, they make it seem like you can't accomplish anything while you're playing this game. Like, this is for kids. But I think a lot of people use gaming for what it's supposed to be used for, and that's escapism. And when adults are playing these games, some use it for their mental health, to relax.
I think you're 100% right, bro. I know as a grown-up, I can speak for myself. I know people have different perspectives and different things to say about it, but I can speak for myself as a grown-up gamer that I definitely use it as a kind of a form of escapism for my mental health. I started gaming because of my older sister. Shout out to my older sister. Just watching her play Mario, everything, man. My favorite game I watched her play was Super Mario on Super Nintendo. And I came ready today, man. I came ready today. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. I like regular Nintendo, but shout out to all the Mike Tyson Punch-Out fans out there. You know what I'm saying?
Classic.
Yes, sir. My sister started me out gaming. I saw what it did for her and how fun it was, just like any little brother would. When I started getting into it, it was very interesting how you could solve problems. The thing I liked about gaming as a kid the most was the reward at the end of completing something. The rewards in between, like the Mario coins or hitting the box and the brick breaks or getting the mushrooms and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it just compiled and went from Mario to Street Fighter and from Street Fighter to Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? And started getting into different types of games. You know, I think one of the times where I started getting into complex games or games that were a little more complex was when I had an Xbox. You remember when you and I had had the white Xbox? You feel what I'm saying? And I started getting into more complicated games. And then eventually I transitioned back to the PlayStation because I had the PS1 when I was younger. One of my favorite games on PS1 was The Legend of Dragoon. A lot of people don't deal with that game, but Legend of Dragoon was one of my favorite games, man, because I think it was like an RPG.
I don't think I ever played that.
Hey, you should check it on YouTube and stuff. I know you more into Diablo and stuff, but Legend of Dragoon was like a Diablo and anime met. It was kind of like that, like Diablo meets anime.
For sure.
With a little bit of Zelda.
What's the age limit? What's the age limit on gaming? If you have an age limit, what's the age limit?
I think if you can afford it, game.
And I'ma stand on that.
Because I've seen gamers of all ages. I seen this one guy in the GameStop where I live. He looked like Santa Claus in there, bro. I'm not gonna even lie. Gray everywhere, big, long, flowing gray hair. You know what I'm saying? Just he really looked like a Santa Claus type of guy. And he was in there buying games, and people assumed that he was buying games for his grandson. He was in there for himself. You know what I'm saying? And I know he had to be over 40.
Yeah, they say the average gamer is 35, but I have seen the dude who became popular on, was it Battlefield? Yeah, I think he was a sniper. I don't know if you ever seen that, but yeah, he became real popular.
You talking about the older dude?
Yes.
I think I saw him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was he's a former sniper.
They have that game, man. I'll say this. I don't think there should be an age limit like you stated. If you can afford it, indulge. Have fun with it. We all getting up there, so we got to make sure that these wet behind the ear people not trolling us. Because we could fall into that trolling, man. Especially with this new age game, bro.
I don't care about them little trolls. Y'all listen to me. I don't care.
Let me tell you
Some of them be hilarious, though. Some of them be funny.
No, listen. I was playing with a kid on Apex Legends. Now, Apex Legends is, what they call it, like Fortnite. What they call those?
Like first-person shooter?
It is, but it's I forget the word.
You know we getting up there for game categories.
I'm forgetting that.
Oh,
I'm forgetting the name, but listen.
Oh.
Check this out, man. I guess how the gaming community can be a little bit toxic, especially Call of Duty, bro.
Facts.
Like the Call of Duty lobbies back in the day.
Ugh.
Yeah. Treacherous, you heard me? So what happened was we in this game, man, Apex Legends, and we lose. And all I say, my mic was muted, but he was talking. So I unmuted my mic because we lost. We both got killed. And all I said was good game. I don't know what he heard, but all of a sudden he started throwing insults my way. Oh, man, you ain't supposed to be on this game. Why you playing this game, old man? I was like, yo, I said good game. He wasn't hearing me. He was just going to know me. I'm like, we go hard like this for, man. But yeah.
That boy was mad.
Oh, man,
he was mad. You know how kids get mad.
Let me tell you something,
lose.
bro. When I get upset on the game, like let's say somebody, it's mostly I don't know. You don't really know nobody age on the game, but I'm gonna say they sound young. They sound like YNs and YWNs. You heard me? So
wait, hold on. I think you just coined something. Did you say YWNs?
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Hey, you heard it here first, man. You heard it here first.
It happens a lot on competitive gamers. I'll say like Apex Legends, Call of Duty. Like they'll have a mic muted for the longest time. They ain't giving no call outs, no nothing, right? And then we lose, and all of a sudden now they want to unmute their mic and say how much the team suck, right? And
Loser.
when I hear that, I get active. I get real like I turn into prison Mike. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking bottom bunk galore. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying stuff like, "You sound pretty." I'm just messing with them. I'm messing with somebody's child, bro. If you got your child on these games, bro, and they're talking crazy and they meet me, I'm gonna match the energy, but I'm gonna turn it to prison Mike.
All we can do is the easy way out of the hard way.
You sound pretty is insane.
Yeah, so you sound pretty. I'll be going there, bro. Like we just like straight penitentiary rules in effect.
Penitentiary rules in effect.
You cute.
I like you. No, I want you.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yo, like what Bane said on Batman, do you feel in charge?
I said some of the wildest stuff, and my wife was right there, bro. She was like,
I know
she was like, you need a break. You need to get off this game. Because they take me to, I'm like, hold on. I'm like, I know you're not. Yeah. You've been muted this whole time. You ain't use your mic. You ain't doing no call outs, no nothing.
Right.
But then you
after enough for reals and all the things they put on their mother, on my mamas. You ready to go on and get them.
So, you know, that's when them.
You know how it is, but It's a generational thing. No, it's
Yeah.
just they saying it a different way. You know, back in the day, with us, you know, it was man shoot, huh? Man, forget that. You know, getting the getting the joystick mad. You know what I'm saying? Thinking our cousins and our uncles go take it easy on us.
Say, bro.
And y'all can answer that, man. I don't know, chat. Y'all can answer that and just let us know if somebody took it easy on you. If somebody kind of helped you out with gaming. I know for me, I was in the trenches, so nobody took it easy on me. I had to learn how to game through the gauntlet. You feel what I'm saying? Especially Madden.
I could be exposing our age here, bro, but I don't know if you remember this, but there was a Mortal Kombat book with the finishers, the long finishers. Mortal Kombat nowadays is for casuals. Those finishers, bro, them long finishers, those for Mortal Kombat back in the day. It was almost impossible for me, bro. I had a book and everything trying to figure it out.
Thank you for showing our age, you heard me? And I'm good with it. Call me Unc. You feel what I'm saying? I am good with it.
When I looked this up, this surprised me, man. And not to move away from the debate too much. I'm
Good,
saying
man,
the
for sure.
debate because a lot of people like to say, put a limit on what game it should be, who should be playing it, and who is it for. What I would really like to get into was, I don't really like how politicians try to use gaming negatively, because let's be real, a lot of these games that's being released and a lot of violent games are made specifically for a mature audience. It's the parents really you should be talking to who let their young kids play these violent games.
And I'ma stand on that.
And not talk to the kids about, okay, understand that this is just a game and this is not real life and this is how real life works. So when these politicians get on and they talk about what gaming is to them, especially when it comes to GTA, I kid you not, watch when the next GTA come out and there's a lot of publicity behind it, like popularity. You will have those politicians come out and try to say something negative about it just to get attention on themselves. I kid you not, watch that. I've been in the gaming long enough that I've seen this take effect to even Call of Duty,
GTA,
Mortal Kombat.
I think that they bring up the issue of gaming only when it benefits them to eliminate it. It's not really something that's making them a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that is helping them. And really, it's for their kids or for those that are age that game, but those that do game are not really bringing it up as an issue. You feel what I'm saying?
What I found that was very interesting, and I got this stat from the Entertainment Software Association, that they said 45% of women are gamers. That was higher than I thought. 45%? 46,
That's
excuse me,
interesting.
46.
That's interesting, bro.
Yeah, very interesting. And not just casual, because I know a lot of people like, well, what game are they playing? Is it Candy Crush, you know, stuff like that? Is a mobile game? Nah, like a lot of women are playing competitive gamers, RPGs, all of that. So they're really out there gaming. Kira, you know what I'm saying? Me and my wife, you know, we was playing Split Fiction. I don't know if any of y'all heard of that, but Split Fiction, you know, that's a co-op couch game that you could play with somebody, and that was pretty cool. So it's pretty fun.
Is that
too,
on the Switch or the 5?
It's on, I know it's on Xbox and PlayStation.
Word.
And speaking of that, 55% of parents play video games with their children, and I'm one of those. My household is full of gamers. It's not just myself, it's my sons, the missus. All of us are gamers, and we don't get into the console war. We have the PlayStation, we have the Xbox, the Switch. The only thing we do not have, and that's because of the pricing, we don't have a gaming PC. I just got a gaming laptop. But yeah, true gamers over here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I don't think I have really fallen to playing too much gaming, because she's into gaming too. Now there is, if she need me, I gotta move. When I move, just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Just like that.
I gotta move. Now, it is a little bit difficult. I gotta tell her sometime, because I play mostly online. I think she played Animal Crossing. That game had under chokehold. The Animal Crossing on the Nintendo Switch. I used to have this debate in my own head, like, if you just was a 2K or Call of Duty player, you know, I was like, you're not really a gamer.
Loser.
Right.
2K, you know, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But, you know, I kind of fell back. Now, the game is a gamer. But what I played, and I say my favorite game of all time, it's been a while now, but Red Dead Redemption 2, man. I played 1, but it was 2. That game.
I didn't really get into it.
Yeah, that game.
I did somewhat,
dope.
but
Gaming has grown up.
Yeah.
Gaming is not just no, Mario Party. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mario Party too, because that's a game you can play with your family. But it's not just that. It has grown up.
All the people that could afford it, it's like now all the games we couldn't afford back then, we get to kind of do it now. They don't know how we used to have to share games, you feel what I'm saying, and trade with your homeboys. I recycle games, man. I just finished Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, Mass Effect came out some years ago, but I ran the whole trilogy at first, 1, 2, and 3, and then I played Andromeda. I like games, I kind of like games like Fallout 4 and stuff like that. Well, I played all the Fallout series also, except the online one. I play some online games, but I don't play a lot of online games. And Call of Duty for a while, I may even get back to it. More times than not, I like playing games that are not online, where I'm just running it either with the fam or by myself. Maybe it's because of why I use gaming. You know how I get with the philosophy of why people do stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that also is the thing that makes gaming great. People have different reasons for getting into the same thing. Some people may be suffering with depression or anxiety. Some people may just want something to do that's a little different, but they don't feel like leaving the house. People have different reasons for gaming, man. But yeah, Mass Effect 3 and the whole Fallout series.
I like games like that too, to where it's decision making, so you could kind of change that story depending on the decision you make. So, and that gives that replay value. I do mess with my wife, man, when I tell her I play games like, I don't know if you ever heard of Man of Medan. Hopefully I'm saying that right.
Hey, while he looking it up, Chad, I got a question. Are you ashy? Nah, I'm playing. Oh, man. Nah, but for real, go put some lotion on. That's not cool. Unless you're at home and you just want to, do you. But if you're stepping out that door, put some lotion on.
The Quarry, Until Dawn. I play Heavy Rain too.
I think you put me on Heavy Rain. Yeah, you put me on Heavy Rain. Because you knew I like games like storylines and stuff like that where I can make decisions.
I let Kira make a decision one time and the person died.
To yesterday. And I don't know.
I ain't never let it go. I tell all. I remind her every time, like, you got
not
my character
Kira the
killed.
stepper.
You're
K-Dog out here stepping.
And you don't know which game I'm talking about, but
okay,
it was one of those trying to save another character, and I heard her scream, and I was like, it was a decision of, go toward the screen to save the character or just ignore it and go the opposite way. She was like, let's go try to save her. And I went that way and it was a fake screen. It was one of the monsters that was trying to trick and took the character out, man. So yeah.
That sounds like some Resident Evil level. What's one of the hardest games you've ever had to play?
What's that game? Ninja Gaiden. I don't like games like Dark Soul type games. Ninja Gaiden was a hard one for me because what made it hard, the one that I played, was it was save points. If you don't got any good gear by then or you fighting this boss, you stuck. So it was one of those. And that was a hard one for me. I tried games that were similar to Dark Souls and I did not like it. I don't have fun with those games.
Right.
So.
What's one of the hardest games I had to play? Let me think. Hardest game I've ever had to play. You know what? I'm going to say this. I think Super Metroid was one of the hardest games I had to play. Super Metroid on Super Nintendo. But I also loved that game, man. I love that game, dog, because you got so much, you know what I'm saying, to do your missions and all that stuff. And there was so many different little worlds you could travel through and do all types of stuff. And then, of course, when Game Genie came out, bruh, we thought we were indestructible. Just run invincibility
Let me tell you something,
in 10 minutes.
My brother
Yeah.
and Kara got this gripe with me when they play games with me. I'm running ahead. So my brother be like,
You Leroy Jenkins?
yeah, why you always leaving me at? Why you? I be gone. He look up, I'm gone. And Kara was like, you
Drell
must have played this
Jenkins.
game before. You already know where to go. I'm like, nah, I'm just. I guess I've been gaming so long. I got that gaming awareness where I just be on the move. So yeah, they be saying I be leaving them.
Gamer
But yeah.
awareness. No, really, because I noticed when I played certain games, my family would ask me, like, how did you know how to do that? Or how did you know? And I'm like, hey, on most games, you press X to do this. Or on most games, R2 is to shoot. You already know that. You know what I'm saying? Square or triangle, depending on what you're playing, or A or B or what have you, is usually for action or to grab something. So you do kind of gain a working knowledge, as I like to say, of what to do as far as gaming goes. And I think it helps everybody, man. I would be interested to see what it does for people with memory loss, helps people with Alzheimer's and dementia, because I know it's brain stimulating. So I'll be interested to see studies. And if y'all know any stats out there, chat, y'all drop it. Let me know.
For sure.
Yeah.
When I think a lot of the gamers who are thriving on Twitch are in their 30s. They've been doing it for a long time, though. A lot of us has grown up gaming. So a lot of the gamers on YouTube, they've been doing this for years. You was probably watching them as a teenager. They're now adults now in their 30s and things like that. When you grow up gaming, there is really no immature thing about it. Gaming has grown. You're making mature decisions in these games.
Oh, no, really. It's not just that we are grown-up gamers, but we grew up with gaming. So, and gaming has evolved with us. So no matter what people say about the age thing, even if kids want games, adults have to buy them.
Yes.
So if we in the store already, I don't forget
Speaking
about
of that,
myself
bro.
if I like gaming.
Speaking
up?
of that, let me tell you how, like, for those who have multiple kids in their household who game, you gotta pay for multiple game passes if it's Xbox. You gotta pay for multiple PlayStation Plus subscriptions.
When it's time to re-up, Lord have mercy, bruh. When it's time to re-up and you get that
I'm like,
now soon or thank you for your purchase,
bruh,
man, say,
I'm like, one of y'all about to hop on YouTube or something.
man, for
You're-
real. Remember when we was when we had our kids sign in, so they'll be able to access some of the stuff we have when PlayStation was kind of rocking that way. Yeah, man.
Let me tell y'all
PlayStation
something.
came back.
This how far we go back before games were digital. Like a lot of games are digital nowadays. We had the disc. So what we would do is if we had different games that we wanted to try out, we would mail each other the games. He would
Yes,
mail me
sir.
a game he played that
Yep.
I want to play, and I mailed him a game that I finished and let him play, man. So that's
Yep,
how
straight up.
OG we is with this thing, man.
Been doing it since the Ring of Death.
The
Throw that.
ring of death.
Bring that thing in to get fixed.
We started with the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And when it did that Ring of Death, that's what moved me to try out PlayStation.
I was already with PlayStation, and I just moved to Xbox because Halo was on Xbox. So
My mom
that's
had
why I
a
moved to Xbox.
PlayStation for a short while, but I don't think I got to play it that much. This is around the time we were staying in New Orleans East. So that was
Right.
short-lived. So I never really got into PlayStation. And when I finally got grown and was able to buy my own games, it was the 360. And, we was playing Gears of War. This was Xbox exclusives.
Yeah.
When I got the PlayStation, that's when you got God of War, because God of War was a PlayStation exclusive. So shout out God of War too.
Yeah, you're going to make me go pull some old stuff out. Probably after this. I have to go
Yeah.
see what. Yeah, man. Wow. God of War, talking about Mario, Legend of Dragoon. That's crazy.
I'm gonna have to look up
What
that
was-
Legend of Dragoon. Though.
Look it up. I'm telling you. Look, it's kind of dope. I mean, now it looks a little old, but
Before,
look at Dragoon.
I'm gonna check that out. But I gotta say this to my brothers out there. You know what I mean? That's in this competitive gaming, especially Call of Duty. Listen, we have to come up with better comebacks. These females are on these games now, but we cannot, when we get killed, get trash talked by a female, say a kitchen joke or a sandwich joke, bro. We gotta come with something original. I'm tired of looking at these YouTube videos, bro. Even the little kids get in on it, man. These videos where I'm watching somebody play Call of Duty and a female talk, and she probably talking some trash, because these women be talking some trash too. And the first thing that come out the male's mouth, but we gotta do better. It's a kitchen insult or a sandwich insult. We gotta do better, bruh.
Right,
It's
because I'm
not
like, what's
funny
funny
anymore.
about it? That's what I was about to say, because I'm like, honestly, even before that, I didn't even know that was happening. Said before, I don't play too many online games. I do sometimes. That was happening, bro. That is crazy, crazy, crazy work.
Like,
But
gotta
y'all
come
both
with something
gaming.
original. Yeah.
And if they winning, I mean, you a gamer. When you hop on the game,
And they
you a
coming
gamer.
with it.
That's
They
crazy.
coming.
Just talk about, man, go fix me a sandwich. You lost. If anything, she need a sandwich. If she won, I'm just saying, bro. Man, hey man, go fix her a sandwich and stop playing.
Stop playing.
Go on, hook up. Take her to Sephora or something.
So this not even a grown up gamer debate. We both agree that gaming has done some positive things for adults. I have seen people be stressed out at work, bro. You stressed out and you're like, hey, I want to go ahead and ease my mind. And you go play Call of Duty, 2K, or Madden, bro.
Right.
If you
I'm
get
like,
your issues, bro, we don't got a lot of time
Yeah.
to perfect our craft like that, so we
Right.
getting on there with people who got some
Right.
time. They putting some time in,
Right,
and they gonna
right.
let you have it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We get to go off every now and again. We go off, you know.
Yeah.
But the ones that's on there
hilarious.
more than you, that got that time, and they give you your issue, that's not gonna help, bro.
Hey, wait. You bring up a point though, bro. Listen, all y'all Call of Duty people that do this while you shooting, you know, the bouncing around and sliding, that's not real life, and you cannot shoot. I despise you. I
They
don't
call
like
that
it.
movement, bro.
Bruh, that annoys me to no end. But I understand it's gaming, but it annoys me to no end. I despise y'all, and you're ashy, and your mama ashy.
But yeah, man.
I don't like it, bro. Man,
So
that's
to sum it all up, I feel like there is no expiration date on controllers.
zero.
There's no expiration date on consoles. Just as Joe said, man, if you can afford it, indulge, enjoy yourself, take your mind off it. And, you know, if you got these kid gamers in your house with you, of course, they go eat your pockets anyway. Go ahead and play, man. Let's see what's
Please.
up with them. Because if you do got kid gamers, that's a way to bond with them as well over a game. I play Fortnite. I don't go to building. I can't compete with those who be building. They be too quick with it. I'm not that fast.
Yep.
Building the whole wall, building the whole building, bro. And I'm like, I just got
That's nuts.
a magazine off.
Got
I'm
the
looking
window,
up.
pop, pop,
By the
pop.
time I look up, I'm dead.
Right.
So
Y'all
I go
need
to
some
no
stairs.
build.
Pop, 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 pop.
I could not compete.
Mad.
So there is a section for those people who got that time on their hands, and now you can say the kids got them times on their hands. So you know you can try to hop in that arena if you want to and get your issue.
Thank y'all for tuning in, man. You know, on real days, we like to have field days, and on real week, we love to let the real speak, and the real has spoken.